As Sukkot gets closer and closer, time gets shorter, especially with none of the holidays being on weekends. Time seems to be pressing. There is one story I would like to tell that in many ways gets to a certain essence of Sukkot. That one year in Yerushalayim, when the first day of Sukkot was on Shabbos, and there are many halachos where the esrog is only possible on the first day, but it's kosher for the rest of the days. And there was a malamed who was looking at the esrogim in the shuk, and he looked at the esrog and he said, "This esrog is only possible on the first day. I won't need the esrog on the first day this year, so I can save a lot of money by getting this esrog." Rav Tzvi Pesach Frank Sitzal, the great Rav of Yerushalayim for 70 years, Tzaddik, turned to him and said, "You should know that Mashiach is going to come before Sukkot this year, and you will not have an esrog to take. Someone that is katane emuna kamocha, someone that have such little faith as you, should not be teaching Jewish children. You should get yourself another job." The idea of Sukkot is we abandon our houses, our physical possessions, and move into a sukkah that is a temporary dwelling place. But more than that, we're not fully protected when we're in the sukkah. We have to have faith in Hashem, that God is going to take care of us when we are living, eating, drinking, sleeping, pacing, reading a novel, whatever it is, whatever you ever do in your house, you should do in the sukkah. You learn in your house, you should learn in the sukkah. If you pace thinking about something in your house, you should pace thinking about something in the sukkah. On the other hand, it's also a holy place. We're not supposed to take the dishes that we make, the pots and pans, into the sukkah, because it lowers the level of the sukkah. We're only supposed to take beautiful things there. We take our best things into a place that's not protected. It's an act of bitachon. It's an act of trust, faith in God, to move out of our houses and into the sukkah. To understand more than that our life in this world is also temporary passing. Just like our time in the sukkah is temporary passing, so too, our life in this world is temporary and passing, and we have to have the faith, the ability to trust in God and do what He commands us. And however it comes out, whether it's good for us or bad for us, we have to have the ability to accept the decree. My Rebbe Rav Druckman is famous for saying that the biography is called Hineni, "Behold, here I am, I'm ready." He says that our avoda, our service in this world, is to do God's will. And he says whether it's taking a lulav or being killed on Kiddush Hashem, it's all the same. Of course, it's better to be called upon to take the lulav than that, but essentially, they are the same. That our avoda here is to serve God, to serve other people, to help other people. We give up what we have after the Yomim Noraim in trust to God. That allows us to gain the appropriate perspectives that we need on this world, to understand what we're supposed to do with the things that we're given. There is another story that, of course, one year the Israeli elections were shortly after the Yom Tovim, and one of the Talmidim Merkaz Rav went Motzi Yom Kippur, the day after Yom Kippur in the morning, to daven with the Rav Tzvi Yehuda and to say, goodbye, as he was going back home for the Sukkot holiday. and they were walking past Kikar Shabbos in Yerushalayim, and they suddenly got very upset. There was an election campaign going on. The speaker was speaking in Yiddish. The Talmud didn't understand it, but it very much bothered Ritzi Yehuda. He grabbed the student's hand. He walked very quickly, and he was mumbling under his breath, "Ima Rava hayu makifim es mizbeach. Ima Rava hayu makifim es mizbeach." With the Arava, the willow, they would walk around the altar in the temple. And after they passed the rally, Ritzi had explained to the Talmud that the person speaking for the campaign was quoting the Midrash that the Arba Minim, the four species, represent different types of Jews. That the date, it has a good taste, but it has no smell. These are Jews that perform mitzvahs but don't learn Torah. The Hadassim have a smell, but no taste, no good taste. These are Jews that learn Torah but don't perform mitzvahs. The Arava has neither, has no taste, no smell. These are Jews that neither perform mitzvahs learn Torah. And the Esrog, the greatest of them all, represents those Jews that both learn Torah and perform mitzvahs. And the speaker was saying, in our party, we only have Esrogim, nothing else. And Ritzi was bothered by this because you can only say the bracha on all of Klal Yisrael, not only on the Esrog. And in the temple on Sukkos, when they would walk around the altar as part of the temple service for Sukkos, they would carry arabos, huge willow branches. These were huge, they were like 20 feet tall, but huge willow branches that they would carry around. This is the representative of the Jews that neither learn Torah nor perform mitzvahs. That is what the Nevi'im, the prophets, chose would be carried around the Mizbeach, nothing else. We have to always only look for what's good in other people, not what's bad in other people. It's a challenge, but this is also one of the messages of Sukkos. We should take these stories to help us understand the messages. Sometimes it's the Hasidic thing. It says that the Gemara says that Shlomo Melech had 10,000 mashalim, and the Hasidim say it's not that he had 10,000 mashalim. It took each mashal, each parable, allows you to understand something that you previously didn't. So for Shlomo HaMelech to bring a normal person his level of understanding, he had to tell 10,000 parables. A story does much more than one parable. It allows us to perceive an insight if we want to. And I hope that these stories will help people to approach the Yom Tov in the best possible way. Everyone should have a very, very happy Sukkos Zman Simchasenu, the time of our rejoicing.